It's week 2 of the NFL. And coming up, we'll see this team's versatile linebacker. He'll get after you every chance he can get on defense. Who knows what we're in store for here? And it's coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in week 1. On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And it's a pretty good return here, so he'll get this up to the 29. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long. Now back to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up third down. He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got him in. Complete. Down the right sideline. Touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Extra point attempt to come here. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. When you look at this defense, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but pretty nice effort.
A gain of 13. It's a first down. In motion goes the tight end. Back to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Now a first carry here for their running back. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
5 yards, not enough, and it'll be fourth down. And on now is the punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The home team's offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Here we go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Now the ball comes loose, and the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. So a first-quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost them.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They go play action here on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Yeah, that's a good start to drive number 2. Remember, they had to punt the first time they had it. So maybe a little bit different sense of purpose here. And they start out with a nice gain and a quick first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll set up a throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
They'll try again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got great push up front, and that forces 4th and goal.
On play action, they'll throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
This is where, as a tight end, you've got to really sell that this is a run. They're going to fake the give, hope the linebackers bite, and here they do just enough. That split second, that's all it takes for that tight end to leak out into the end zone. Touchdown.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So that drive goes 8 plays. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 2. They'll send the tight end in motion. Now the first carry here for their running back. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Loose inside the 30. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great play there. 60 yards. And his guys have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Here's a 2nd and 7. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance. With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They bring their punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 18 yards there and a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Back to throw again. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Here they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. The offense on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. In motion, the tight end. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Holding. Offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
False start. Offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
36 yards on the punt with no return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Wide open receiver complete. And all the way down to the 42. And what a big-time play there. 43 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. In motion goes the tight end. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now fourth down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's 2nd and 3.
They'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Check pitch. Smith red.
They'll drop to throw.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game.
Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game, start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
2nd and 3.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
43 yards on the punt, return of 4.
And they will take over 1st and 10. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now they'll run it on the toss. He was trying to turn the corner, but he will go nowhere. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. 2nd and 13. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw here. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a pickup of 6. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And they'll run again. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now a 2nd and 10. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Down the sideline he goes.
And he will take it in for the touchdown. A big play there. His third touchdown of the season, all coming in this game, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So from back deep in their own territory, all the way into the end zone. Do you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Powers by at the 40. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is brought in at the 21. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 48 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Back to throw now on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got it at the 15. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
At this point, this offense feels like they could just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end. Not when they can rack up some stats and continue to add to their lead.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the fourth quarter. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 43 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. He'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll set up to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
So, Charles, they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. Now, last week, they had the close victory. This one more commanding, much more comfortable.
Well, the sense we got from them was that last week they felt like they didn't play their best. They got the win, but they weren't really on top of their game. But they put it all together here in this one, haven't they? What an impressive performance.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 23.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The visitors' offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. And give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 2.
He'll drop to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. They'll look to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touchdown. Here now, 2nd and 4.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit.
He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
All right, go. Ready?
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Good coverage there holds them to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Back to throw here. Pressure comes and down he goes.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
Looking to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He's going to go for a big play downfield.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. And now this defense try to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. Now a first carry here for their running back. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they'll indeed take a knee. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the home team here, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.